I had asked a while back if I use property managers to manage my property. And the short answer is no, I don't. Number one, everything has an expense attached to it. So, um, for instance, I had a tenant that said his drain was plugged on his tub. Went out there, found that the flipper that plugs the tub was in the up position, and it needed to be in the down position in order to drain. Had I had a property manager, they would have sent a plumber out there. Plumbers get paid by the hour, sometimes crazy amounts, and it would have been an expense just for basically no work at all being done. Number two, I've been in this business for a long time. I signed my first rental agreement when I was 19 years old, and when I during high school and when I went to a community college, that was always my job to take care of the apartment building. You know, make sure the grass got cut, this and that. If any tenants had any issues, take a look at that and determine if we needed somebody to come in there and do the work, or if we could get the work done. And then after, when I went to college, I kind of got out of the business for a while, for a long time, and got back into it in 2009 when my father, getting up in years, he was no longer able to manage it. So I took over a building that was half vacant, and he couldn't keep up with the day-to-day operations of a rental property. So I got back into it in 2009. When my father passed away in 2011, I purchased we have an 8-unit that has been in the family for like 40 years, and I purchased that from the estate. So I'm back in the business again. So long story short, I have a lot of experience with that. Number two, I just don't, the property managers don't have my best interest in mind, I don't think. And when I have a vacancy, I do everything I can do to get that vacancy filled. And I just, sometimes I get the feeling that they wouldn't give my property the attention that it needs. My property is more important to me than other people's property. So, there was a property management company that manages the property across from my Grand Rapids house, and that thing sat vacant for like 3 months. Well, that's you're still paying for the taxes, you're still paying for the insurance on the building, and to not have that income come in, it's nothing but expense at that point. So, also the property across the street from my Grand Rapids house, I don't think was being managed too well. The exterior looked horrible. It had paint chipping off, and for some reason, nobody ever, at least to my knowledge, nobody ever complained about that. However, I certainly receive plenty of complaints on my property out in Grand Rapids. Interesting. Maybe it might be that I don't live in town there, so they pick on the person that's considered the outsider. However, I'm in touch with my properties a lot more than some of the so-called slumlords, where they live in another state and they have somebody manage the property for them. And there's a lot of people in the Grand Rapids area. There's a lot of companies coming in and buying up single-family homes. I get offers on that home all the time. It's insane how many people want to buy that house. So that's just a few of the reasons why I don't use a property manager. Another reason is I owe on the properties, so I'm paying mortgages. If I were to put a property manager in, there's less less that I'd bring to the bottom line, less money in my pocket. So eventually down the road, if I decide that I can't keep up with the properties and it's getting close, I might. And when I get up in years, if I still have the properties, I'll possibly consider using a property manager to handle that end of the business. That way I don't have to be so involved in it, and it'll be less work for me, less pain in the butt. So, but I'm going to be really careful about who I choose to manage my properties. It's very important for me. If you like my videos, please comment, rate, and subscribe. Thanks for watching.